Good morning. How are you? I'm very happy to have everyone here with us today. And we're going to be going over my Answer Plus Plus non-stop speaking 3-part system. That's right, 3 parts, because to get to your goal, it takes steps. And even though we want to play tennis like a professional, ski like an Olympic champion, write books like a Nobel Prize winning novelist. Is there a Nobel Prize winning novelist? I think there is. Or like an award winning novelist, like the Harry Potter author. It takes steps. So that's what I am here to do. I am here to guide you so that you can take those steps to become a non-stop speaker in English. What a great goal to have, because there are so many opportunities. I think, and I say it almost every day to someone, Abe-san, you're doing a great job. The economy is really important, and Abe-san is embracing tourism, which is bringing many people to Japan who want to find out about Japan, who enjoy interacting with the Japanese people. Well, they enjoy shopping too, and that's a great thing. So hey, if you want to start a business in English, maybe have an online store, maybe have your own tourist little guiding company or big company, a restaurant where you welcome people into your restaurant, no matter where you are. This is a really good time to be learning how to communicate and how to interact as an English speaker. And because of culture, there are different ways that English speakers do interact with each other. And a lot of it is outgoing. A lot of it is questions. And it's giving almost a mini speech when you're talking. I think if you have listened to my radio show, which I highly recommend that you do, it's 30 minutes. And it's a good chance for you to get English listening practice with no pressure. There's no test, there's no nothing after the show. It's just listening. And I think, that is the key, is just giving yourself a chance to open up to all kinds of English languages experiences. But what you'll notice when I have guests is I ask them a question, and you can't see me, but what I usually do is sit back and listen, because I know English speakers, and English speakers, when they're given a question, it's a mini dialogue or a mini speech, and it can speed up, it can slow down. So that's what I want you to learn how to do. And that's why I have the 3-step method. And the first step is the Answer Plus Plus basics. That's a response and then extra information. So Answer Plus Plus. The second step is mind mapping. This is a preparation tool. But just like you may have a book to study grammar or to study vocabulary, this gives you a tool for studying how to talk about yourself, your opinion, your experiences. A book can give you situations that a writer has thought up, but a mind map gives you a reference for talking about your life, your experiences, your stories, your hopes, your dreams, information. And then the third step is recorded speaking. This is very important because watching yourself and hearing yourself gives you a chance to think, oh, okay, I can tweak that. I can do that a little faster. Oh, I see why I stumbled there. Oh, I'm going too much. I'm going to try to stop doing that. The other reason for timed speaking, and I recommend 3 times to do that, starting with 30 seconds, is you naturally speed up when you tell a story the second time, when you tell the same story the third time. You naturally get past all of the information you've said before and you work with new information. And that's where your mind map helps you to branch off, to trust, to let what pops into your head come out of your mouth and be a part of your conversation. You don't have to worry so much about, am I perfect? Am I making mistakes? You know, we all make mistakes, but as long as you can get your basic points across, you're in. That's great. So I have my cup of tea here with me. Woo! And last night in the webinar, we did a toast. So let's do a morning toast. Cheers! Whee! Here's to Answer Plus Plus English. And here's to you having fun. Having fun and enjoying yourselves. That is the most important thing in the whole wide world, especially when it's time to have fun and enjoy yourself. I think a lot of times, and let's just use English as an example, people are used to, I'm studying, I'm practicing, I got to get over this hurdle, I got to pass this test. So English becomes very, everything is a test. Today, right now, in this moment, just relax, have fun, and enjoy yourself. Really, really enjoy yourself. All right, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to screen share, and let me go to the screen share function, and that's here. And yes, let me get what I want to screen share up. That's always a good idea. And there we go. Okay, let's see. Back to screen share. Yep. Screen share. Yes, no, we will be working with that. And there's that. Great. Let me see what I'm doing here. I lost my paper. There we go. Okay, so our first step for Answer Plus Plus nonstop speaking is, let me move this. Oh, I love technology. There we go. Okay, what is an Answer Plus Plus great conversationalist? You know, it's someone who can respond or comment using an initial response and then giving 2 extra pieces of information. If you use this as a basic rule whenever you are asked a question in English or whenever you have to respond in English, this is a great rule to keep as a basic rule so that you're not just answering yes, no, the park, swimming, coffee, but that you're answering, oh, this morning I had coffee, I went to Starbucks, and I did a little bit of work. It's just a nice, full answer when you've got that going. And what it is working with the basics. And they're basics. And I've identified closed questions, closed-ended questions, and open-ended questions. Your yes/no question and your or question is a closed question because there's a specific answer, yes or no, or. Soba or udon? Soba. Now, of course, you can answer, well, I don't like either. I like spaghetti. So that's okay too. But it's just the basic identification. And then the open-ended comment or response, the WH number 2 or the comment number 3. And working with these 4 categories, I think covers just about everything for English conversation. So it's a good start. And in your worksheet that I sent you, and you have the worksheet in English and in Japanese, and I provide you with the English and the Japanese so that you can maybe do some translation study if you want to. So these are our yes/no questions and our WH questions and our comments and our or questions. So what I would like to do right now is, before we begin, let's go to our first question, which is a yes/no question. And I think what I'll do today, last night we did that question about having a cold last winter. But today, let's do where in Japan are you from? So if we've got some people who were on the webinar last night, you can have a different practice. So what you're going to do is, I've set the timer for 30 seconds. The timer is set for 30 seconds. And you're going to answer the question, where in Japan are you from? Now, I know we have only talked about answer plus plus, so you should be able to get out at least 3 responses and then keep talking. Keep talking, keep talking. I'll do an example for you. So I've set my timer, and this is the online stopwatch, onlinestopwatch.com. It's so convenient and so easy to use. Of course, you can use your smartphone, your cell phone, your kitchen timer, whatever you'd like is fine. So here we go. I am not from Japan. I am from the United States. I'm from California. And when I was in university, I interviewed with the Sony Corporation to come to Japan. I have lived in Japan for over 20 years. I love living here so much. It's beautiful. The people are friendly. The food is delicious. It's safe. It's a great place to live. I really want to go to Yakushima. I have watched pictures. Ooh, okay. So notice I went from where I'm from to being in Japan to work. I mentioned work. And then I mentioned a specific place, and I mentioned why I like Japan, and then a specific place in Japan I want to visit. So your conversation, your answer to this question can go anywhere. There is no wrong. You say whatever you want to say. All right. Are you ready? 30 seconds. Where in Japan are you from? Let's go. Keep talking. Good. Something else. A little bit more. Keep going. Anything. My husband's from. My daughter lives in. I love. 2. Keep going. Keep going. Yay! Okay. So that was kind of a test of where you are with 30 seconds. It doesn't matter if it was easy for you or difficult for you or whatever degree it was for you. That is perfect. That's where you are, and that's enough. It's not good, it's not bad, and you can always expand. That is the truth. All right, so if I were going to do practice writing And this is something you can do on the train, in a plane, in a coffee shop, waiting for the doctors. Write a question and then just do your answer plus plus. Let me get this a little bit bigger. I'm not from Japan. I'm from the U.S. I love Japan. I want to go to Yakushima. Yakushima just looks beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I would really like to go to Yakushima and spend a couple of nights there just soaking up nature. How awesome would that be? So here we have our answer plus plus. And if we've got more questions, did you catch a cold last winter? Yes. It was a small cold. I was sick for a couple of days. And we'll add that. Yeah, it was a small cold. I was sick for a couple of days. And we can add that. Let's see what else we've got. A comment. Now, my secret ingredient for making curry is chocolate. There are so many ways you could answer this. You could talk about secret ingredient. You could talk about making curry. You could talk about chocolate. You wouldn't even have to talk about this. My secret ingredient for making curry is chocolate. Sometimes when I hear the word chocolate, that is the only word I hear. So my response would be, I love chocolate. I try to buy vegan chocolate. There's a great store in, where is it? Yoyogi. Now notice, I didn't even talk about secret ingredient. I didn't talk about curry. I talked about chocolate. That's fine. That is okay. You don't have to include every part in your answer. I could have talked about curry only. I could have talked about secret ingredients. Let's talk about secret ingredient. My secret ingredient for natto is, for ant, this does not like natto, is pineapple. Oh, I hear you all saying pineapple. How delicious. I have to try that. I love it. And I put soy sauce. Soy sauce in it too. Yum. Oh, I'm getting hungry. My secret ingredient for natto is pineapple. I love it. I put soy sauce in it too. I didn't talk about curry. I didn't talk about chocolate. I caught my secret ingredient. It excited me. So that's what I responded to. That is perfectly okay. That's normal. For me, that's normal. And then we've got or. Do you like soba or udon better? You know, for me, it's soba. It's good for my health. And it's easy to digest. And especially for narrations, before I do a narration, before I go into the studio and I'm a little hungry, I look for a soba restaurant. It's quick, it's easy, it's cheap, it's healthy. And especially if I have it cold, I can be in and out of the little soba shop in about 10 minutes. And it doesn't affect my voice. It doesn't affect anything. In fact, I think it gives me power. All right, good. So that is the basic point for answer plus plus. Now let's see. I'm going to not stop the broadcast. That was scary. I'm glad that's in red. We'll stop this and we'll go back to saying hello. Okay, great. So I think you have a pretty good idea about the answer plus plus and how to formulate it. That's your basics. And you can make a graph, you can make a square on your piece of paper. You can put the vocabulary word, the grammar point, and you can put an answer plus plus response to that. The ACAN test and the TOEIC test have 30-second and 1-minute speaking that you have to do. And the process that I am showing you is a great way for you to train for that test. I've had a couple of people take the tests after working with me, and they said it was a piece of cake because the training that I do is so comprehensive and gets you speaking. It pushes you to improve your fluency, and speed is an important part of fluency. So the next thing we're going to work on is we're going to work with the mind map. And I think what I'll do is go back to sharing my screen. Oh, you know what I'll do? Let me see if there are any. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm just checking right now the chat. Let's see. There we go. I've just refreshed it, and let's say, so I'm going to write something in here. Hi. Thank you so much for being here. Yay! Oh, it's a rainy day here. I hope all is well. Yay, excellent. Thank you so much for being here. And hey, while I'm talking, while I'm, whatever, please chat and enjoy yourselves. And if you end up talking about Yakushima or natto or chocolate or pineapple, oh, it's rainy there too. Okay, well, stay dry. And I'm going to be honest, and it's very difficult. No, it's not difficult to do this. This ego. I'm getting older. Thank God, because I want to get older. The alternative is, death. So I'm happy to be getting older. But as I'm getting older, I need glasses. So I'm going to put my glasses on. They make my eyes really big. Okay, so Maimi says, it's rainy here too. Maimi, I hope I got your name pronunciation there right. Oh yeah, Yakushima, I've got to go there. Okay, good. Good morning. Okay, nice. It's so nice to have you all there. Yeah, oh, let's make a group tour. Let's all go together. Wouldn't that be fun? Speaking of group tours, I am thinking of putting a Answer Plus Plus training tour together for Scotland. So if you're interested in something like that, let me know. I found a pronunciation teacher. She's wonderful. She gave me a voiceover coaching. I'm just the type of, maybe it's an A blood type. I need to have a lesson or a learning when I go on vacation. I can't just go on vacation. So I had a coaching session for my narrating because I'm always looking to up-level my skill. But anyway, so I'm getting sidetracked. But Scotland or Yakushima, that would be fun. You can have Answer Plus Plus training and coaching there too. Okay, so the next step that we're working with is the mind map. And the mind map is a visual picture so that you learn how to branch off with your speaking. I think what happens for beginners, sometimes intermediate, sometimes advanced speakers here in Japan is, or maybe not advanced, but you're asked a question or a comment is made by an English speaker and you kind of panic because you're not sure what you're allowed to say or you might be worried about speaking for too long, or, all of those things. And so the mind map is a training tool to help you see the branches. Everything in this world is branches. I mean, our veins, even our hair, my hair branches. Well, hair might be stretching it, I don't know. Trees branch off into conversation, rivers, everything branches off. And that's how your speaking should be too. It doesn't have to be, yes, I play tennis. I play tennis every day. You can branch off into my favorite tennis player is. I'd love to play tennis in Florida. I'd love to go to Wimbledon, just so that you can, expand and give yourself permission that it's okay to maybe jump to Italy and you were talking about tennis. That's okay. It works. So we're going to be working with mind mapping, and I'm going to share my screen. Let me get everything up here. Outstanding. And I'm getting everything set. So we go for the mind map. There we go. Oh, there's everybody again. As you can see, I have a lot of windows that I'm working with. It's awesome. All right, got the one up that I wanted. Yes, and there we go. I have a little window here. Okay, screen share. No. I love that. Okay. So we've covered the 3 parts, and be flexible. Again, that's what I was talking about with branching off and learning how to tell a story. You never tell a story the same way. You tell the same event, but there are always different words or different experiences that you talk about within that event too. So I'd like to really emphasize that you don't need to memorize anything, that you can allow yourself at some point with this training to trust that you will know what to say and it will be perfect. Let's see, here we go, whoops. And again, we've got the how to make the answer plus responses. This is our basic format. And this is how you can work with your mind map also. Once you've made your basic responses, that you can work off of that. And on my blog, let me go to that. New window. Let's see here. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you can do some training for Answer Plus Plus. And you'll see how that works as a progression. And let me just come here. So we always start with 5 ways to say it because I really want you to know there is not any one way to say something. You can say something 5 different ways. So this week we're working with let's hope, hopefully, here's hoping. And there is a worksheet. I always give 3 examples. And then with those examples, and if you click on this, that will take you to a worksheet that you can print off, or you can just make this graph on a piece of paper and do your answer plus with the 5 ways to say it. And then what I do is from this, we've got scary rescue operations, a lot to be done, shelters. We work with the mind map. Let's hope, you've got rescue, and all in the same boat, the shelter. And then on Saturday, you work with the 30-second speaking. And that's...
Hi there, welcome to Answer Plus Saturday.
And it'll be an audio or it will be a video, but it just shows you how to do this. So if you ever think, oh, what was that? How do we do that? Just come over to my blog and you'll see Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday is that training. Oh, excuse me, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. Monday, Wednesday, Saturday is that training. Okay, super. Do not click off that. Okay. Oh, I love the beach. Okay, yes. So the mind map is teaching you not to write a script. The mind map has you with a picture or a one-word reminder so that in your head, you're creating the words. When you have something on a piece of paper, your ego and your brain and your body prepare for a test. And that makes you panic. I can't remember this. How can I remember this? Oh no. So instead of enjoying a conversation, you're trying to remember what you wrote down in English class or what you wrote down when you were preparing. Whereas a mind map is going to teach you, it's going to teach you just a few words to ping, get that idea in your head so that you can keep talking and keep your ideas flowing. And that is what you want to do. That is definitely what you want to do. Now, the site that I use for a mind map is, let me go to it here. It's Coglit. I've been using this site for 2 or 3 years and I love it. It's free. It's absolutely free. And I've made a lot of mind maps. And this is one of the easiest ones that I've found now. I know there are people who are using, I think it's called MindJet. And MindJet is for the iPad or for smartphones, but all of the devices, there's software for every device. So I think, we worked with, and the mind maps, let me just show you. There are just some great mind maps, there's all kinds of things that people do. And you can do it with a pad also. So just to show you that. You can click off that. Okay, super. And then we were working with this one. Record and post. Good. Okay. Oh, good. That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, keep chatting. Chatting is fun. Oh, goodness. I got to get my windows going here. All right, super. So this is where you can always post your mind maps, keep them on your computer, and we will work here. Oh, good. Okay, excellent. So we've had a couple of different questions that we worked with, and I think what we'll do for our mind map is I'm going to work with secret ingredient, curry is chocolate. And let me put this here. So I'm going to work with a secret ingredient. Good. I love that. I didn't even have to know how to spell. Secret ingredient, curry, chocolate. And this gives me a lot to talk about. So I'm going to talk about curry. I love Indian curry. Japan was the first time that I had curry. Growing up in California, I usually had Mexican food, or else Chinese food, or Italian, or your basic like American, restaurants and stuff. And let's do natto. And then my secret ingredients for natto, I love pineapple, and I've experimented with balsamic and olive oil. And then chocolate, vegan, and coconut oil, and let's see, espresso. And what's the name of that? I think it's segfrundo. No. And then take me to cake. All right, I think that'll be quite a bit to talk about for 30 seconds. So you can see my process, I did not have this prepared. And the reason I didn't have it prepared is because while I was doing my mind map, I was talking, and you can do it if people are around, but if you have a time or a space or a place and you're making your mind map and it's quiet and there's no one, speak out loud in English. You heard me talking to myself. Oh, natto, a pineapple, and I'm putting them in. And that's what I normally do. When I make my mind map, I speak out loud. And I'm remembering, and that takes me to, oh my gosh, to California and having Mexican food and being in Japan and having Indian food for the first time. And speaking that out loud is another way for you to get English speaking practice. All of these things, whatever way, and especially speaking out loud, it is quite different speaking in your head versus speaking out loud. But if you're in the train or if you're in the doctor's office waiting, you could do it out loud, but people might wonder, but that's okay. But doing it in your head is another way that you can practice, and that's a very good way to practice. And anything could go on here, absolutely anything. So that is, you could go crazy with this. So it's very easy, and then you can download this and make it a JPEG or a PNG. And then I just saved this. Save. There we go. My desktop. There we go. So that's saved. Let me see what I have here. There we go. Excellent. So that's how you basically work with a mind map. And I'm going to make sure that there. The next thing we'll be doing is working with the 30-second non-stop speaking. Let's see how everybody's doing. Okay, good. Yeah, Coglit is just a really easy way to do this. I really enjoy that. Now, my mind map, I would just upload it here. And let's see here, my Finder. Secret. Let's drop that in. There we go. Man, isn't technology amazing? Ho-ho. Let's see. I love food. I love eating with friends. Oops. Friends and family. English spelling has to be the craziest system in the whole wide world. Do not ask me why we spell things that, because there are French words, Middle English words from the, 13th century. There are German words. There are Scandinavian words. Spelling in English is, thank goodness for word processors, although now I'm forgetting how to spell things. It's terrible. I love food. I love eating with friends and family. I love to be healthy from good food. And that's always an answer plus plus. Always an answer plus plus. Just getting into that practice of an answer plus plus. All right. So we've done step 1. We've done step 2. Our step 1 was our basic answer plus plus. Our step 2 is our mind map. Now our step 3, record and post your answer plus plus 30-second speaking. And this is where you'll be using your timer. Bring the timer back up. Now there are 2 ways you can do this. This browser is my Safari browser, and it doesn't work for doing the video here. It doesn't even have it there, so I can't do that. So if I wanted to add a video, I would have to, let's see if I have one here, cold. No, it's not there. What I would have to do is go to my photo booth and choose a file. Now this was from last night, and I would drop it in.
I'm doing my 30-second.
Yeah, that's from last night. Hi, there I am. Got my glasses on. And it's very easy to upload that way. Then the other way that you can do it is in Google Chrome. Google Chrome works for this. And here we're uploading. It's now the upload's complete. There we go. This is from last night. I had fun. I talked a lot. All right. And then your video gets uploaded here. Now with the Google Chrome, I'm going to record video. Let me make sure this is off. I think that's off. Close. Close. Ooh, we get the whirly. Ah! I don't know. Uh-oh. That worries me. Oh, there. Yay. Okay, so this is in Google Chrome. And I'll record video. I think it's starting. Okay, so it's starting. I'm going to put that down and go for my mind map. And I'm going to do this 3 times. So here we go. My secret ingredient for curry is chocolate. Well, I first had Indian food in Japan. So this is about curry. I had never had curry before. And when I had it, I was hooked. I have to tell you, I think I have Indian food probably once a week. Usually I would eat Mexican food in California or Chinese food. That's what I grew up with. And then, all right, so that's one. Now we start at the same point. I'll be starting here each time. Every time you start at the same point and go in the same order. I better speak a little faster. Secret ingredient, curry chocolate. I love curry. I had Indian food for the first time when I came to Japan. I love Japanese food too, but I usually ate Mexican food in California. I miss Mexican food. Now, secret ingredient for natto, I love to put pineapple in my natto with some soy sauce. It just matches really well for me. Recently, I put balsamic and olive oil. Okay, so we got here, and now, let's see if I can move this a little bit. We'll be working with this. Oops. Okay. Last one. Secret ingredient, curry. I love curry. The first time I had curry was here in Japan. I love Japanese food too. I had udon noodles. First Japanese food in Little Tokyo. Usually in California, I ate Mexican food. I'm a Mexican food nut. I could eat it every day, like Indian food and Japanese food. Now, secret ingredient natto is pineapple and balsamic and olive oil. Now, chocolate, I usually have vegan chocolate. Okay. Now, your training, you can do this as many times as you want. It takes 1.5 minutes to do 3 times and to get around. And you can always say something different. Start in the same place, move in the same direction, keep going, and you'll find that it will become easier and easier and easier for you with all of the times that you practice it. Just like anything, you know, I always use sports as an analogy because that analogy works pretty good. So let me get back to my Google Chrome. Here it is. Okay, we're still recording. Whoops. Where'd it go? Oh no, where'd it go? I don't know. I don't know. This is the Google Chrome. I think, my goodness, I wonder if I lost it. Okay, well, if I did, let me just show you quickly how it works. You can record your video, record. No. 1, 2, 3, hi, hello, how are you? Stop. I think I probably hit this button up here because I have so many buttons up here, and then upload. But I can always record again. That's no big deal. It was 1.5 minutes. It's easy to do it again. You know, it is so easy to do it again. But I love recording. Well, you know, I love recording. I love performing. Now, I know there are a lot of people who say, oh, I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to be on camera. You know, what you can do is you can take any kind of an audio thing that you have. You know, I'm going to do my 30-second nonstop speaking recording. And then you can listen to it. You know, I'm going to do my 30-second nonstop speaking recording. Yeah, you don't have to do yourself on video. There's no reason to. I just happen to I love performing, so I like to be on video. I don't know what that says about me. Well, it's my job, so I guess it's good. It's good that I like my job. And then we're not going to save that. So there are, you know, a lot of ways that you can do that. 1, 2, 3, hi, hello, how are you? Stop. Okay, there, see? So I think what I did was I clicked this button. That's easy to do. You can see how everything's close together. All right, excellent. Let's go back now. We'll stop the screen sharing. Stop. Okay. Excellent. So we have worked with the Answer++, 3 steps, the basics. I've showed you my blog where you've got the 5 ways to say it and how you can work with that for your training every week, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Monday is the Answer++ basics. Wednesday is the mind mapping, and Saturday is the 30-second nonstop speaking training. Now, what I'm going to do is we've got 4 more workshops, and I don't know if I have I will be sending out. Oh, I do have the schedule here, so I can screen share again. I'll be sending out an email that will tell you next week we'll just focus for 30 minutes on Answer++ basics training. And probably in the chat, I'll be having you put some Answer++ in there, which would be fun. Then the next week, we'll be working with mind mapping. The next week, we'll be working with 30-second nonstop speaking. And then the next week, we'll be working with using materials, other materials for doing the Answer++ basics. I think that's right. Yes. And then on May 22nd, I'm going to have a free classroom for everyone. You're signed up for the webinars already. You'll be sent a link. It's no money. It's free, absolutely free, 1-week training in the classroom with me in there. And then we'll have a live call also, just to give you, you know, some free training and a chance to explore how it is to work with Answer++ every day. I think you'll find it amazing how much working with this every day will improve your confidence and your ability and your speed, your fluency, just everything. So it's really exciting. I enjoy doing this a lot. And I'm a chatterbox too, so that's probably one of the reasons. So I'm going to screen share again and show you the schedule that we have coming up. Yeah. So we have The 30th is Answer Basics, 7th, 14th, 21st. And then, as I said, the 22nd, is this it? The 22nd, I'll check that later. We will be working with, the 22nd is working with the classroom that will be open. And let me find that so I can show you. That's what we've had here. This will be the classroom that you'll be working with. It's the whole lessons. It'll be May 22nd, and it's absolutely free. And that will be 1 week. So the 22nd for 1 week, and you'll be in the classroom, and we'll be interacting with everyone, and you'll load your mind maps and your speaking, so you'll know how to do that. And I think that'll be a good way for you to be able to have watched this webinar and then actually get a chance to practice what you've learned. And let me see. Yes. So again, you know, conversation is such connecting. Conversation is all about communicating and connecting and interacting with people. And it's a really simple way that you can interact with people, and it's easy for you to study at home. You can do this on your own. You can make your own worksheets. You can have a notebook. You can do it online in a Word document. But this is an easy way for you to study on your own how to be a great conversationalist.